Nordic Fjords Hole 4, we are playing this at max distance with a plus 25% over adjustment of your shot. In a headwind, I do play at max 30%. I do use KK and Tony's guide for this hole, and I just tweak it with, depending what ball I use, I just tweak it to the ball that I'm using. But I do use max distance with a plus 25% over adjustment of my shot, and then in a headwind, I use a 30% over adjustment of my shot. At the end of the video, I do have the chart that I use for the shootout with the spin set, and I do kind of adjust it depending on how I feel about how the ball guide looks. So again, in the description below, I will have the link to the T10 shootout guides that Tony and KK have put together, and at the end of the video, I do have a chart for this hole. For this wind angle, it says to use max distance plus 30% over adjustment of your shot, and I did do that here. What I did, however, is tweak my own side spin. So here I have a katana, so I use max side spin 3 basically, and then I did about 1.5 bars of backspin. I'm looking to see my ball guide go up that little embankment on the top and then go back down to the hole. So I did play this at max plus 30, and at the end of the video I do have a chart that shows you the elevations per wind angle. If you have a ball with more side spin on it, you do not have to curl your ball. So in the chart and guide, it says to curl your ball, but that again, that's being used with a quasar. So if you have more side spin, the less curl you have to use. Here again, we have another tailwind, and I am using a power 3 ball this time, and it does have less side spin, so I am going to use curl on this drive. I do play this at max distance with a plus 30% over adjustment on my shot and about 1.5 bars of backspin. I'm just having my ball guide go up that embankment and then back down to the hole. So again, I play this at max distance with a plus 30% over adjustment on my shot. All other wind angles will use a 25% over adjustment, and then the headwind and right to left headwind will use a plus 30% over adjustment. If you find yourself being stuck on this shootout with a big dog or a kata, if you had to use it in a previous hole, which you do end up using a kata sometimes on some of the actual regular holes, you're going to use mid distance instead of max distance for this shot. So here I did play this at mid distance with a plus 25% over adjustment of my shot. My red ring is going to be up near the rough. I'm going to adjust my shot, and then I am going to use curl since I had a lack of curl basically on my ball. So I did play this at mid distance with my longer woods and don't play it at max. So if you have a kata or a big dog in your bag, when you get to the shootout, play it with mid distance instead of max distance. Here I shouldn't have gone on the right hand side, but I wanted to try it to see what it looked like. For this wind angle, you should have actually gone to the left hand side. When you have a wind going from right to left, you can go off to the right hand side, but more often than not, I'm still getting beat in those winds with people going on the left hand side of the pad. So I would stay on the left hand side of the pad and trust your ball guide basically going down to the hole. This shot with a power 3 and a power 2 ball is a little bit weird, so stick to the left hand pad. I think it's going to work out better. Even though it says go to the right hand pad, I would still stick to the left hand pad, but just use the elevation that they suggest, and you're just going to have to use a different spin set. Hopefully this guide helps you guys out, and remember, in the description below I will have a link to the PDF for the T10 shootout guides for Nordic Fjords and Gokasho Bay, and at the end of the video I do have some snapshots for you. So remember guys, hit perfect and happy golfing.